Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've decided I'm going to share with you a story that may seem a bit unconventional. It's about me and my wife. See, we have a unique agreement to co-parent our children with love and respect, even if our marriage were to end. Now I know what you're thinking. We have a happy and loving marriage, so why in the world would we even consider this? Well, life is unpredictable, and we want to make sure that our children never become pawns in the potential conflicts that could occur. So co-parenting is a process of raising a child jointly by two or more individuals who are not in a romantic relationship. It requires collaboration, communication, and compromise to ensure that child's needs are met, regardless of the personal differences between the caregivers. But successful co-parenting isn't easy. It's not something that you just make up on a spot. It takes a lot of effort and commitment and a lot of work. As parents, we all want what is best for our children. And that's why we need to be on the same page when it comes to discipline, rules, and consequences. Kids are smart and they quickly learn how to play one parent off against the other. By working together, we can establish clear boundaries and consistent parenting that helps our children thrive without them actually playing us. There are different types of co-parenting arrangements that families may choose, and each has its own unique benefits and challenges. Whether you're considering co-parenting or just interested in learning more about it, stick around and let's explore this important topic together. This type of co-parenting involves each parent providing a separate and a distinct environment for the child. Each parent has their own set of rules and guidelines, and there is minimal communication between the two parents. This type of co-parenting may be best suited for parents who have difficulty communicating or have a very high level of conflict. Now, this type of co-parenting, parents work together cooperatively to raise their child. They communicate regularly and make joint decisions about their child's upbringing. This type of co-parenting is ideal for parents who are amicable and can work together effectively. This involves both parents living in close proximity to each other and actively participating in the child's life. Parents share decision-making responsibilities and communicate regularly to ensure that child's needs are being met. With this one, the child remains in a family home, while the parents take turns living in the home with their child or children. This is a little bit strange one, but obviously that would also mean that each parent has their own separate place to live when they're not living with their kids. This arrangement can help provide stability and consistency for children and can be particularly beneficial for younger children, for instance. This type of co-parenting involves a combination of two or more of the above types of co-parenting arrangements. For example, parents may engage in cooperative parenting while also utilizing joint co-parenting for certain aspects of the child's life. Not necessarily everything, but there may be some parts that they find that suit them best. Then, of course, there's the more toxic version that many families find themselves falling into without actually meaning to most of the time. Now, conflicted co-parenting is a type of co-parenting relationship in which there's a very high level of tension and stress and conflict between the parents. In the conflicted co-parenting, parents may have difficulty communicating with each other or may engage in frequent arguments or disagreements. Now, this type of co-parenting can be stressful for the child and can negatively influence or impact their emotional well-being. So aside from the last type, which I should think everyone would like to avoid, each co-parenting arrangement is unique and you should tailor it to the specific needs of the child or the parents. Regardless of the type of co-parenting agreement, the key to success is effective communication and focus on the child's well-being and willingness to work together to provide a stable and supportive environment for the child. So if you can figure out which type is going to work best for all of the members of the family, then you can start to work on making it happen. But to help you out a bit, here are some of the ways that you can go about doing just that. I think number one on the list has to be prioritizing your child's well-being above all else. This means putting aside personal differences and working together to create a safe and supportive environment for your child. Consider your child's emotional needs when making decisions about visitation schedules, school, and any extracurricular activities like the kids' clubs or any other lessons that they take. Now look, it can be hard, especially if your partner has hurt you, for you treat them respectfully, but effective communication is the key to successful co-parenting. When communicating with them, be clear, concise, and respectful. Try to focus on your child's needs and avoid personal attacks and criticism. I know it can be difficult at times, but this includes doing it behind their back and attacking them in front of your child. Any of those things, try to avoid them. If you find it difficult to communicate in person, then consider using written form of communication, such as emails, texts. Avoid misunderstanding. Children thrive on routine and structure. They like to know what is going on, to not feel like they're being pushed from pillar to post every day. Together, create a consistent schedule that is predictable and reliable for your child. This can include a regular bedtime, mealtime, a designated time for homework, or any other activity. When both co-parents follow a consistent routine, it helps the child feel secure, stable, even if they are transitioning between two households. Each co-parent may have a different parenting style, but it's important to respect each other's approach. You may not always agree with your co-parent's decision, but it's important to find a way to work together to provide a consistent and supportive environment for your child. This may involve compromising on certain issues or finding ways to incorporate both parenting styles. Natalie and I, we've been married for quite some time, and we still find it difficult to sometimes match our parenting styles because we tend to have different opinions due to our personalities, but we compromise. Conflict between co-parents can be harmful to the child's emotional well-being. Try to keep conflict away from your child and avoid arguing or discussing sensitive issues in front of them. Conflict can cause a lot of damage to a child in the long run, so if disagreements arise, find a private space to address them. Encourage your child to communicate openly with both of you, both co-parents, about their feelings and emotions. Let them know that it's okay to express their emotions and that both of you, both parents, are there for them, to support them. If your child is struggling emotionally, it may be helpful to seek professional support. A family therapist or a counselor can help your child process emotions and develop coping skills. Consider consulting with a professional if they're experiencing anxiety, depression, or any other emotional difficulties. Ultimately, the success of co-parenting will depend on the willingness of both parents to put the needs of the child first and work together to create a stable and nurturing environment. I think many of the tips that I have presented here today are absolutely valid for all parents, whether you're together, living together but not romantically involved, or you're divorced. Your child's needs, their health, well-being should be first and foremost of your priorities. After all, we're raising the next generation and they deserve the best that we can give them. Now that is all from me today. I hope that you have taken something away from this video. It'll help you navigate the ups and downs of raising a child. If you have, then please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more family-focused content. And as always, leave us a comment below if you have any advice to give yourself or any questions that you would like to ask. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!